Free income tax filing for full year residents. Taxpayers who meet the qualifications listed here may file a return for free through MassTaxConnect. The return must be e-filed through MassTaxConnect. A paper version will not be accepted. You may save a copy of your completed return for your records after it has been initially processed, usually within 24 hours. To file a personal income tax return through MassTaxConnect, choose Sign Up on the MassTaxConnect homepage. Select Create My Logon if you haven't already created a logon and follow the prompts. Select the option to sign up as an individual. The account type is personal income tax. You will need to provide either a Social Security number or ITIN. Select Next. You'll need to provide one of the following tax amounts from one of your last 3 tax returns. These tax returns can be found on the lines that read Income Tax After Credits or This is Your Refund. Note that a 0 return amount cannot be used for authentication. This program can be used by taxpayers who need only to file a state income tax return to receive a circuit breaker credit or child and family tax credit. Before you begin, you should review the Form 1 instructions located in the video description for the year's personal income tax return for recent tax law changes, common errors, important definitions of terms that appear on the return, and help with certain calculations that must be made to determine amounts that must be reported. The following schedules are included in the MassTaxConnect return. If you require different schedules, it will not be possible to file using MassTaxConnect. Please have the following information available: Social Security number, filing status, federal income, exemptions, income and deductions, state withholding information from all forms W-2 and 1099, and if applicable, your completed U.S. Form 1040-1040-EZ. The return format is separated by sections. You must complete all required fields in each section before you can continue to the next section. You can save your draft at any time and return to it later by choosing Save Draft at the end of each section. After completing the sign-up process, you will see your personal income tax panel. To start your return, choose File Now. Choose Eligibility. Select Yes or No if you were a full-year resident in 2023. Choose your filing status at the bottom, example single, head of household, or joint. Choose Next. Please review your full legal name. If you need to update your name, select Update My Name. Enter your date of birth. You may update your address by choosing Update My Address. When you are done reviewing your name and address on the Demographics panel, choose Next. Enter your identity information on the ID verification panel. After you enter all the information, choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no responses for all the questions on the Tell Us About Yourself panel. When all the questions have been answered, choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no response if you have a dependent or dependents on the Dependents panel. Choose Next. Choose Add a Dependent if you have dependents. Choose Next. Enter all the requested information for the dependent. Choose Add a Dependent for adding additional dependents. Once you are finished adding all the dependents, choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no responses for the exemption questions. Choose Next. Review exemptions and choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no responses for all the income questions. Choose Next. Choose Add a W-2. Choose Next. Enter all the requested information and choose Add. Repeat the process for adding additional W-2s. Choose Next. Review Massachusetts income tax withheld. Choose Next. Choose Add Attachment to attach a copy of each W-2. Choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no responses for all the additional income questions. Choose Next. Review income. Choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no responses for all the deduction questions. Choose Next. Enter the amount you paid to Social Security, Medicare, Railroad US, or Massachusetts retirement programs, reported on US Form W-2. Review total deductions and choose Next. Review total income tax. Choose Next. Choose the time period that you were enrolled in a minimum creditable coverage (MCC) health insurance plan. Choose Next. Choose the healthcare plan which you were enrolled in 2023 and check all that apply. Choose Next. Choose Add Healthcare Information. Choose Next. Enter the requested information. Choose Next. Choose the appropriate response to the question of if you paid income tax in another state. Choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no response if you want to contribute towards any voluntary funds. Choose Next. Review tax calculation. Choose Next. Choose the appropriate yes or no response for the refund questions, and then choose Next. Review return and choose Submit. Provide any feedback or choose OK or print confirmation. To check on the status of your return, use the Summary tab. You will receive an automatic email notification that your return was submitted. You can view details about your submission at any time by logging into your MassTaxConnect account, selecting the More tab, and then the Search Submissions hyperlink.